Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. I have a 2v2 for you all here on Samri, a map added with the Battle of the Bulge DLC campaign, I think? So not every player has it. Anyway, let's go through the players. We have a Western Front battle. We have the British against the Germans. Let's go. It's going to be Radico as Royal Armored Regiment straight at the gate with hammer specialization. And Popo SK as Royal Command Regiment with hammer specialization. Ooh, that's some interesting mixes. Anyway, for the Germans, we have I Love You, Sturm Tactics for the Waffen SS, and Smokey as Panzer Division for the Wehrmacht. So a new update for Common Heroes 2 Spearhead might be coming out. Well, Spearhead 2 in all honesty. I'll be excited to see that whenever that happens. No idea when it'll show up though, but I have some replays to get through before that. I've had a few issues with some of the replays that was sent in recently, but many of them desyncing. And people are actually linking the maps and telling me what maps they used in the email, so I actually have no idea as to how to record them, because they won't show up in my list. Anyway, let's see, we have number 4 Commando Rifle sections coming up, and we have Radico moving down there. That's number 1, my bad. That was engaging the Pioneers here. Looks like the Pioneers got a few good shots, but they both lost a member. Well, the SS is going to be engaging down here at the Wallonian troops against the British. No big surprise, Wallonians are very common to see, or were back in the day. Let's see, Wallonians still moving up. We're just gonna see a lot of Wallonians, which is not that bad, I guess. They just aren't that good against armor. Yeah, cheap alternative infantry though you can use as Sturm. Oh, looks like the Sappers in a bad position here. Austria is up in the church here. Got a very good position going. But the rifle sections are getting shots in. Bears have taken hold of this camp. This little farm, rather. So they want to use this farm as the staging point. Looks like there was some construction going on here before the winter happened. More grenadiers coming onto the field here for the Wehrmacht heading up towards the town. Tank hunters coming out for the British. More rifle sections coming out for the Brits on the southern flank here. They want to keep this farm under control and also secure this fuel if they can. Even have a recce team nearby, okay. And while the Wallonians are still streaming onto the battlefield quickly. Wehrmacht troops have taken a good hold of most of the town here. British are only on the outskirts here by the canal. In this little suburb. Also a truck apparently. Brits are finally securing the fuel point there. I'm not an expert, so I don't know how much the British actually fought in winter. Doing the European theater, they probably fought a fair bit, but not as much as the Americans with the Battle of the Bulge. If somebody knows, they can please comment down below. That'd be nice. Recce team and rifle sections trying to fight against the Sturm Pioneers here. Not the best position, especially for a Recce team. They've even been focused by the looks of it. Wasn't to get the hell out of there. Rifle sections are taking heavy losses. Mthis is coming up though. Very potent little machine gun for the British. It's a World War I machine gun though, for those curious. But now the Wallonians can take control of the farm if they're very fast about it. Rifle sections are suffering heavy losses. Mthis up here for the commando sections as well. They're actually suppressing the Wehrmacht here in the center of the street. That's a good move. So that the British might be able to push the Germans sort of out, but an Indy 42 has arrived here now for the Wehrmacht to take up the defense of the town. Most grenadiers are still holed up inside the church. Indy 42 is now set up, and that'll start being a big problem here for the British. The Gewehr 43 is equipped on the grenadiers to support the MT 42. Very nice. They can like spots and they can provide some long-range support firepower. They can set up an ambush here though, because they're waiting for the Wallonians to get out of that building. I don't think they will. It's very cold after all. Gonna stay inside where it's warm. Although I'm pretty sure they're not playing with the cold tech mechanics.
Ready and waiting. Secure the vehicle. Location set. Begin conversion. Back up. sappers ready. Completed. What do you want us to do now? Orders is here.
British are moving up again for a force towards the farm, I think. But there are still Sturmgewehrs at the ready here by the Vallonians. Sten guns have been equipped here on the rifle sections, giving them a lot of short-range firepower. That's definitely gonna help against the... Oh, they can also shoot at, they cannot shoot out at that angle, there's no windows.
Set up a new forward base. Infantry squads ready for all-out attacks. Air support standing by.
Good for the Vallonians right there. Well, engagement in the center too. Wehrmacht tried to fight against the British. Panther still doesn't provide heavy cover for some reason. Please fix that, Relic. Although I don't think you ever will. You're working on Company 53. Vallonians coming for the center here. More Sturmgewehrs. Also Scope Sturmgewehr here for the Grenadiers. Unique upgrade you can get if you're playing as Panzer Division. You need to get one Scope Sturmgewehr with the Vampire Scope. Essentially an infrared scope. Pretty interesting. That's just a night vision optic. Vallonians are definitely taking some losses. Half-track coming in here with a lieutenant for the armored force. That's a regiment. Regiment, yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, Panzer Grenadiers coming out for the Waffen-SS. Okay, we're actually going to see Panzer Grenadiers instead of just going for something else. That's cool. I like to see Panzer Grenadiers. They're so underutilized if you're playing as Sturm generally. Commander sections coming out for the British commander troops as well. That rifle section is definitely gonna die. Yeah, commander sections here. It's an Overwatch team, so these are long-range support units. Here's the half-track with the lieutenant. He's been equipped with a marksman rifle. Fascinating. Being very forward here with their mechanized assault. You also have the King's Own Yorkshire infantry coming up. Unique infantry available to you if you're playing as armored. Very good long-range infantry, as I understand. They're just trying to dig in the center, but the half-track is coming around the flanks. They have no AT options. They only have a small AT grenade. That's not going to stop this half-track. Half-track just needs to stay at range. You don't want to get close. And that's the engine blockades. Half-track will survive, though. But the 50 cal and the lieutenant is doing a good job on top of it. They actually mowed down the Grenadier squad. Wow. Commander's now in the center. Panzer Grenadiers coming in for the Wehrmacht. 2-2-1 on the field becoming a 2-2-2. That'll definitely deal with the half-track. That's a dead half-track, I think. Yeah. So the Spears are repairing to man the 50 cal. Lieutenant is getting the hell out of that. And here we have the second SS Panzer Grenadiers. I love their winter camouflage, by the way. Great looking model. These are very assault-oriented Panzer Grenadiers, and they'll definitely do a very good job if they can get it into position. Just needs to be equipped properly. And be equipped with an LMG-42 if you want, and Gewehr 43s. Generally a very competent unit. Gotta love that white camouflage. Commanders is up here alongside a commander officer. But I might not be the position they want to be in, considering. Mostly because of that 2-2-2. They do have tank hunters coming up that can deal with it. But the commanders just need to hold their ground. Good shot, immobilizing it. And it is a very rapid-fire AT rifle alongside the Sappers here. They're not penetrating though, thanks to the Radpanzer, so it's a little bit harder. Yeah, it's taking a lot more shots thanks to the Radpanzer. There it goes. Meanwhile, we had the second SS here trying to fight against the King Zone. Looks like they won out that engagement, being equipped with an LMG-42. It's so cool seeing this unit. We rarely see these guys ever used. Like, it's good to see Sturm actually using more of their equipment. Also, it looks like the church went down in flames. Not sure how that happened. Ah, it looks like a commander section did it? No, just another rifle section. Ah, Mthis is suppressing them from that.
We have lost a squad.
Panzer Grenadiers in the center now here for the Wehrmacht, being equipped with Sturmgewehrs. 15 Panzer Grenadiers are pretty competent Panzer Grenadier units available to Panzer. Generally very good at dealing with most targets. Second SS Panzer Grenadiers armed with LMG-42 trying to stay warm. Might be able to hold that building for a while thanks to that LMG. fort emplacement being set up here by the British. And also slowly moving up further and further. And what do you expect of them? Artillery being called in on this commander bunker that's trying to re-establish. They might want to cancel it. Nope. Although that will definitely survive an artillery strike. It's a bunker. Yeah, one shield even bounced off the top of the concrete. Melodians moving up here. You also have some stormtroopers now arriving. Also the cool winter camouflage. Same one as the second SS Panzer Grenadiers. Stormtroopers are really damn potent. Assault infantry are able to all Waffen SS commanders. That's not an easy fight for the Melodians to take. Especially only with 2 windows. Might see the Panzer Lehr called in if he's aiming for battle groups. Panzer 2 commands hang on the field. Panzer Grenadiers in the center here to distract the commandos. Pretty hard fight for them though. Panzer 2 looks opening fire. Meanwhile the Pioneers are flanking. But the commanders just turn around with their burn guns and mow them down. Commanders have to pull back from that position. India 42 still holding up the town here from the graveyard. Church has completely collapsed. Panzer Grenadiers have gotten a few kills, only 3 kills, so it's still something. Full Sturmgewehr are being equipped on the Stormtroopers. Panzer Grenadiers are trying to hold here, but artillery has been called in on them. They're pulling back. Panzer 2 Lux has just killed the officer lieutenant.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
Here we go, more Panzer Grenadiers coming onto the field. Always a good decision if you're playing as Panzer. You want some good combatant infantry. Ooh, AT gun taking out those guys. Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward. It's a pretty dangerous move. Do have Sturmgewehrs though, but they are going to be flanked. Killed the crew, but now they're being flanked here.
Weapon crew are, I'm afraid.
That Sturmgewehr though killed 3 of them in quick succession before him going down. That's the power of the Sturmgewehr.
Infantry rested and ready to advance rapidly.
Now we're gonna see Panzer Lehr called in is what I'm wondering. Because it's a very good battle group, but might not be worth it. Like 40 arriving. Oh, we have the Polish arriving here for the for armored. Unique battle group if you're playing as British armored. You can call in the first Polish armored rifle, whatever they're called. These guys down here. Armored divisional battle group. It's cool to see the first Polish on the field, made up of Poles who managed to flee from Poland, I'm pretty sure. Polish nationals. Fighting with British equipment and British training. Grenadiers are trying to fight against it. That's not going to be a good fight for them. They don't have anything to do with this Valentine at the moment. The King's Own Yorkshire is pretty good at the flank. Oh, we also have commando assault teams coming up here with Thompsons. That's pretty good. Although they're in the wrong side of the cover. Diamond bombs do not do much. Yeah, that's a div commando squad. That was not good. Like 40 quick come up. Also a Puma! We actually have a Puma on the field. That's cool. I rarely see people use the Puma. Ah, that goes. That's why. The Puma is really not that durable. Perhaps it should be available early. I don't know. Just in the frontline engagement, the Puma is generally not the best of choices. For some reason. Polish armored have been equipped with a bazooka and are being equipped with a Browning. The Polish version of the Browning. BAR does. Let's see, the pack is in trouble because of this commando team. Double Bren is pretty damn potent. Looking at SS forwarding onto the field again. Want to get into a better position to assault the farm, I imagine. Now getting some shots from the Poles.
An anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
The Storm Grenadier, no, it was Storm Brigade from the Valonians at present still. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers grabbed the boys' AT rifle. Oh, we have commanders in the rear. So the Panzer is gonna try and... Oh, they leave him in charge. Oh. Now that is cheeky. I wanna hide quickly though. Want him to hide and hold fire, good to see. Then you just wait. Ah, they destroyed the demo charge with a grenade. So he knew that something was up.
Yes. Okay.
Now command's opening fire. Oh, good AT shot right from there. Killing one of them. But I think the other two commanders might be able to finish this. Commands are pretty competent, but there's way too much fire coming their way. And they went down. Pretty good attempt though. Germans just sent everything to stop them. Ghost Stories and called in here. Unique one-time unit you can have on the battlefield one at a time for the Panzer Division. Recon infantry basically. Really damn good recon infantry. It also working alongside your vehicles. Probably one of the best Panzer Grenadier units in the game, but you can only have one of them at a time, as is stated. All Panzer Grenadiers come out to the field. Often has got a light infantry gun coming out. Help deal with the British positions. Okay, we have 43 armed grenadiers sitting up here. Taking some Yorkshire is really good recon infantry as well. Armed with a marksman rifle. So they will beat out the Ghost Deutschland there. Falling back to the commando bunker, which has been upgraded with medics. This thing will serve as a point where the Germans can heal at. Oh, not looking good there for the Grenadiers. Taking heavy losses. Only one guy left, the marksman. Good man around the corner and it's safe. Big push here towards the Vickers, but the storm troops are not going to manage to do that. And while the Storm Pioneers are flanking around for the forest here, good to see. They might be able to get on the flank, yeah, but they will not be shut up. Oh, he's going to work even more around. The Vickers definitely have to pull back there quickly. Commander section coming up though. Good position. That's going to be a problem for the Storm Pioneers. Yeah, mowed down on the open there. Polish moving up again with the British lieutenant. Motor half-track coming in actually. They also have a Wasp on the field, just sitting in the back in the farm. Storm Titans now finally tearing up for vehicles, or well, tanks rather. And infantry gun available. Artillery call in on the pack. I have 2 gun has to pull back there. Ghost Deutschland is getting shots out here in the open on the poles. I think they might actually kill them with that marksman rifle if they're lucky. And they're focusing on the lieutenant now. Looks like the poles will get out of there. Good for them. Ooh. Something hurt the engine of the Valentine, but it did destroy the MG42. Hans Medias on the flank here. Probably not the best building, but they did take out the Vickers there. Or they are about to. Yeah, there we go. Now the problem is that Valentine. That's a very ruined building. Probably no one understand that. Ghost Deutschland in the center here, trying to fight back against the Valentine. They do have an AT gun coming up here quickly. Valentine pushing, pulling back there. No real armor from the Germans at the moment, which has definitely held them back. Ooh, Panzer Grenadiers are flanking. Throwing a satchel charge on the Wasp, but don't think the Wasp will notice. Boom. That was a really good job there by those Panzer Grenadiers. Because yes, they arrive with satchel charges. Pretty potent. German Panzer Grenadiers have managed to secure the northern flank here. Gonna be a problem for the British. They'll have to evaluate and change if they can. Oh my god, we have the 3 French arriving. Unique battle group available to you if you're using a commando. So we have the Free French present nearby to help. That's very cool. Not sure how much it makes sense though for the kind of situation, but neat. Guess we have a Free French still in this area. And it's the French resistance, not the Free French army, if you were wondering. Yeah, 6-man squad of poor quality, they're guerrillas. But they can help show up your front line and work on the flanks. But they are guerrillas, so they're not good against actual soldiers, as you can see. They're being mowed down there by the Panzer Grenadiers. They should often be used to flank rather than actually do the frontline fighting. They've been equipped with the French submachine gun. Well, it's actually developed by the Americans, but handed out to the French. But the Panzer Grenadiers just mowed down all the guerrillas, as you can see. That's actual soldiers. They will definitely deal with guerrillas easily. Artisans are no match for actual soldiers in frontline combat. Stuke E on the field for the storm tactics, good to see. Now they actually have a vehicle. Cromwell 4 coming out though. And we have a Panzer 4H coming out for the Panzer Division.
Panzer 4.
Panzer handed out to the Großdeutschland. I helped them deal with armor. Polish armored battle group coming out here towards the town.
Carrier ready to move off.
The double Sherman 76 man by Poles. It looks like the French resistance was kind of a waste. Say personally.
Vehicle ready to go.
Poles are captured the central part of the town.
Ready for action.
As the Shermans pull up through the streets. Panzer are still in the forest, just trying to not get killed. But here's the Panzer 4H. Now the Valentine actually has a pretty decent gun. And that Panzer 4 is not going to fight against 2 Shermans like that. It has to pull back immediately. German's going to push up with the Wasp for support by the looks of it. Panzer have no Panzerfaust. You have to get close with a AT grenade. Valentine using white phosphorus on the Wallonians. Didn't kill them fully though, and the Stuki killed the Valentine in return. We have a lot of fighting going on here today, don't we? Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers managed to get back to their own lines. Well, that's a nice bit of micromanagement right there. Repair station set up here by the Wehrmacht. Good shot, but engine is burning. Cromwell pushing up, but there's where the Großdeutschen cover the flank. They're taking heavy losses, but they did get to Cromwell. Good job. And Stuke A is threatening the British-Polish position down here.
Standing by. Send orders. Panzer here. Standing by.
Using, by looks of it, high explosives only, which is a thing that Stuke A can do. They can deal with infantry really competently. Wallonians are still trying to hold up here with their Sturmgewehr, still do a pretty decent job. Poles are throwing a grenade. Here comes the Stormtroopers. They've taken out some losses though. Panzerjäger's also arriving. Panzer 4H is ready to move and Grenadiers will move with it. Panzer Grenadiers now able to be reinforced again. Wasp is waiting behind cover here for a flank. British troops setting up behind this abandoned ambulance by looks of it. Commandos on the flank here. Throwing an impact grenade over the destroyed church. Good grenade at that. Don't have any AT weapons though. Oh, they do have a gamma bomber. That's too far.
Your commandos are ready.
Vans have to get out of that. They did get the grenadier though. The fighting for the farm continues as the Poles move in. The Wallonians are ready to move in though. Also, light infantry gun is hitting. Well, it's shooting at something else actually. Aiming for this mortar half track, which is aiming back. Ustugi got a good shot on the Poles. Poles have to get out of there. Looks like they will. Land mattress opening fire. Aiming for the Stugate. Oh, one good shot there. Not enough. A landmass just hits a lot of areas by the looks of it. Panzer also got the war spot here. Panzer Grenadiers are suffering losses trying to set up a sandbag in the middle of a road. There we go. Blank Cobble will help, but Impact Grenade almost kills them. And it just means never fought at Miss Africa, so we have some Africa Corps veterans, I guess. Panzer 4G arriving for Sturm Tactics too. Good to see a Sturm player doesn't just rush for the Sturmtiger. They actually get a lot of stuff on the battlefield to help support. And Panzer 4J is a pretty nice one. Well, it's actually worse than Panzer 4H, but it's a Panzer 4. That's what matters. Double Sherman 76 is still a President the 6th coming out as well.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Guess we're gonna see what the Wehrmacht Panzer does, though. 80 shot loaded, and that's a dead rifle section. Commanders are nearby. The equipped entirely with Thompsons.
Ready to go.
This is a huge area in the back, actually. German surveyors push up. It'll be difficult for the Axis to deal with all this, I think.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Coldstream Guard called in, another unique unit available to you if you're playing as armored. Equipped entirely with American equipment, by the way, so instead of the Enfields, they arrive with M1 Garands. That's a very fascinating squad. Also, oh my god, an enemy on the field here. That's a long way to walk in on the field. Come on, there they are. Coldstream Guard. Also getting a unique model in Common Heroes 3, actually. And they are armed with M1 Garands and a Thompson for the squad leader, I think. Also one of the longest serving British infantry divisions, as I understand. Or regiments, rather. And as on the flank here. You know, they do not show up on enemy minimaps, so if they're spotted briefly and the enemy does not pay attention, they will have no idea. Oh my god, they lay mines. You know, that is what you want to do with your commandos. Get behind enemy line. You'd have to do this while stealth, by the way. Don't need to be moving around, but I guess he just wants the speed. Well, now he's actually stealthing. Good to see. You can lay a lot of mines to make the back doors a hell for your enemies. Like, he's building up, I think, for the enemies to send troops to retaliate against him once he makes his move. Okay, he's being spotted, though, because there's a recon infantry. So I think it's because they're a commando bunker. I think the commando bunker can spot them. It might be the vampire scope. Improves detection. Yeah, it's the vampire scope. These commandos are definitely going to be in trouble if they're spotted. It's just up to the player to spot them. One Sherman down in the center here to the pack. Big Wallonian push coming up. They've been spotted. Commanders, they now know the commanders are there, hopefully. But yeah, they're going inside the building. Except for that vampire scope that spotted them. I'm summoning fire, but it's not a good position. I think they're not close enough. Especially against all those Sturmgewehren. That was so quickly trying to get around the flank here, but that's not gonna work. Cromwell down. Cromwell immobilized. Not looking good for the British on all the flanks. The Lawrence pushing up aggressively. Sturmtiger coming up behind us now. Yeah, you can still go for a lot of stuff and then also get the Sturmtiger. Not like you only have to go for the Sturmtiger after all. Panzer 4H is still causing a lot of trouble here. The man's pulling back. They're still spotted because there's a... What's spotting them? Is it the commander bunker or is it the vampire scope? I don't know. Oh, they're still there. This gives them a chance to move in and lay more mines. Set up a commando camp in the rear somewhere and then just go from there. I think it's the vampire scope. Because they're not being spotted here this time, and yeah, it's definitely because they were there. Spotting is so awkward sometimes. We still have some two commandos on the loose behind the line. Land matches something fire. Guess they're spotting thanks to the commandos. Oh, good shots. Commando camp there. That's a cheeky position. The Germans even see that? They cannot. That is a very cheeky position, by the way. The command's gonna start preparing in the forest silently. They've also been forced from the camp, which is always handy. Like, I would also start laying mines around the forest here just to make German approach a nightmare. Because commanders can do cheeky shit like that. Coldstream got it down here armed with carbines by the looks of it this time. Or Coldstream Guard has also arrived. Here moves into. Oh! They're being mowed down by those stormtroopers. Like, that is a lot of Sturmgewehrs on one squad. No wonder they mowed everything down. King Sonar is actually chasing them down.
Unit ready.
Balloon's on nearby to intercept though if need be. Well, it's a flame grenade. Commandos are now on the field here. Well, I'm pretty sure the Germans now know they are there. Carbines being equipped in this Overwatch team. Panzer IV is still nearby to engage. Are they aiming to destroy their commander bunker if they can? Tiger tank has arrived for the Wehrmacht. I completely missed that. They can be shot through the forest here. Yeah, they can see it. Okay. Not the best position, I guess. Very cheeky, though. Dexton suppressing. Impact grenade going in. And Grenadiers with the Vampire scope might go down here. Yep. But looking good there for the Germans. Meanwhile, the British are still forming up out in the field. Sturmtiger is on the field, though. Commander is not gonna get home. And they need to destroy that bunker somehow, but it looks like the commando team is just going to run further into the forest. Always works. I would lay some mines here in all honesty. You want to make approach difficult. British are securing the farm again. And well, the Germans have managed to get behind the lines again with a Panzer grenade here, but that's not going to last for long against these commandos. They might take out a commando or two. Yeah, they took out two guys so far. Oh my god, that Sturmgewehr really did help. Plane went down. They missed that. Sturmgewehr firing. Destroying one of the Shermans. That was a Firefly, actually. Didn't kill it, though. It's still recoverable. Commandos are behind the line now, causing havoc. Denying some resources, at least. Pioneers are quickly moving to repair the Panzer IV. Tiger tank moving up. The Tiger tank will definitely provide a problem unless the Firefly can get real lucky.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
Need to see. The Tiger's just an Overwatch in the center by the looks of it. Slowly creeping up the main road.
Our territory.
Land matches opening fire again. There's some good shots out in the field here on the German positions. Very good rockets there hitting the Panzer IV-J. Tiger going for the kill on an AT gun. Yeah, no penetration on the Tiger yet. The Mans have secured the point up there. Panzergrenadiers are moving up though to recapture the terrain. No mines have been laid on their approach. Build a mine up here. Oh no, they're opening fire already. That's probably a bad move, I'd say. Unless they can suppress them, but they actually get some very accurate shots. Yeah, really good shot there from the commandos. Big Valonian blob here alongside some stormtroopers. On the open field with Sturmgewehr, they should win. But we have more Defense Resistance called in, alongside the stolen Panzer IV-H. I think crewed by the French Resistance. That's cool. This is a very different battle. 17-pounder being set up by the base in the center. LF deny most German vehicles. Problem is, there is the Sturmtiger. So static defenses are not going to work that well. So the Tiger is just going to go up for build-up. 17-pounder is ready though, and the Sturmtiger is ready to fire again. Oh, good shot on the Tiger right there. Another good shot from the 17-pounder on the Firefly. Tiger has to get the hell out of there. Sturmtiger is firing. Denying the 17-pounder position. That Tiger has to fall all the way back for repairs. They don't want to risk that. They pull it back to the base and have the base repairs fix it, I'd say. Sturmtiger is taking some shots, not doing much though. Front alarm on the Sturmtiger is pretty damn high. Manners are still holding the rear positions. Panzergrenadiers are flanking around now, being equipped with MP40s and Sturmgewehrs. It'll make them lethal in most short engagements. Second Tiger tank coming out onto the field. French resistance moving through the ruins of the town, being mowed down by the Panzergrenadiers. I really think the French resistance should have the sneak ability, personally, so they can actually be used as partisans, because in open fighting like this, they're kinda useless in my opinion. Yeah, they're using their Panzer IV Asian. Holy crap, they really want to kill the commandos this time.
Ready for action.
I think once they see the Panzer IV, they are not going to decide to engage. Like, you just have to be patient as a commando player. Be very patient and just use the terrain. You can wait. He's in the center still. King's going to get some good pot shots into the Germans. Germans and Valonians. They've been spotted. And mowed down.
Enemy got one of our squads.
I guess that's because Smoker was paying attention. Tiger tank has not been repaired and is moving closer to the front. Well, I'm thinking that's potentially not the best of moves, but I think he wants to get to his repair station there. German 76 off the poles, pushing up. Not enough here to stop it. Good shot there from the Polish 76. Panzer IV hitting another French resistance squad. More Polish have been called onto the field. We have a lot of Poles arriving in this battlefield here. And French resistance at that. This is a very different battle than what I'm used to seeing. Come on, are they stuck there? Oh, they're arriving the other way, typical.
Tulip rockets fitted and ready to shoot.
Tulip rockets on the Firefly, that'll definitely provide a big issue for the Germans. Giant high explosive rockets will heat rockets, I think. No, just high explosive, okay. Just very big high explosive rockets. Engagements are still going on here in the fields. The Germans are slowly being pushed further and further back. Switch it there from the pack. Stormtroopers moving up to deal with the King Zone. They'll start to move them down with the Sturmgewehrs. Germans are moving through the town again. Not a lot here to stop them. Land match is opening fire. Mobilizing the Sturmtiger and immobilize the other Tiger. Causing a lot of losses or casualties here for the Germans. Another Panzer IV here in the field. Germans are trying to get up for a kill alongside the Poles. Sturmtiger firing though. Oh, and that's a pretty lethal shot. That's a lot of Poles dead right there. That's the power of the Sturmtiger. Pretty damn potent weapon.
Here we go. Get ready to move.
Firefly pushing up. But they are double Tigers. Good shot though. But the other Tiger will be able to intercept. Cromwell's getting very close. Trying to get around the Tiger. No penetration. That's a Panzer IV fighting over there. They get so close the Tiger cannot use its gun. But the Cromwell cannot use its own either. Hansgrid is getting up close really. They want to get up and throw. Oh! Penetration! Didn't do a lot of damage though. AT grenade is going to be put on it. Oh, but the Tiger got it. The French Panzer IV is still present. As he gets repaired, oh, the Tiger is still stuck.
We have casualties.
Recce team is keeping eyes on it. Pretty sure they're just keeping eyes on it. Let's have a look. Yep, they know exactly where it is. That's the power of recon teams. Always good to have. Captain Panzer IV is pushing up. Double rifle section coming in to replace the losses. Guess the French resistance has just not really been worth it. Panzerfaust going up from the Grenadiers. Good shot in the rear.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
What are the British armor going to do? Going to do another Firefly. Germans are pushing up with a lot of infantry again. Lots of Sturmgewehr handed out here to the Wallonians and the Stormtroopers leading. That's a lot of firepower. But Vickers position set up here. Vickers case. Rapid fire British machine gun. Well, they're getting very close to the British lines. There's not enough infantry to stop them. And now I think the Germans know that, but there's not enough to stop them if they push forward in infantry. Oh, we have another Stormtrooper. Same, we're not seeing more of the second SS, but they are costly, I guess. And the upkeep is pretty low because of the Sturmtigers on the field. So, not a lot of resources coming in for the Waffen-SS at the moment. Panzer IV got a good shot on the Wasp. Stormtroopers pushing up here. They'll mode on those Sabers. And there you go. Oh, good mortar shell though. He does have recruit manpower on though, so you get some resource back. Okay, I suppose that's what one you want to use your Sturmtiger shot on. Go for it. You've been immobilized though. Battle sections and commanders are fighting in the town again. This town has seen a lot of fighting. But double land matches opening fire. I think they want to be lucky. Very risky maneuver to move your Sturm Pioneers into a land mattress barrage, by the way. That's something I'd really recommend, but it looks like it might work out this time. Barely. Land matches are very inaccurate. Either they're really good or really bad. That's the main thing about them. Another truck on the field. There's just a lot of infantry for the armored at the moment. There are a few Fireflies coming onto the field though. Oh, no penetration. No penetration against the Tiger is definitely a death sentence. The Tiger's just had to rack up kills here. Hansgrid is coming up behind armed with a British machine gun. Off from the ground. Good penetration from the Cromwell, didn't do a lot of damage though. Firefly could still be a threat. I guess to be cautious around a Firefly. Fire for effect called in by the Major. That's good. Oh, good shot there from the Firefly. Looks like it's the RAF coming in. The Tiger tank get out of there. There's no real AA at the moment apart from this structure. So this the Royal Air Force might have a lot of time to take out this Tiger. Oh wait, it got shut down anyway. Okay. I do think AA is a little bit too powerful at the moment, but I understand why. Got a Valonian force being prepared alongside some stormtroopers. Or an assault force, basically.
Where do you want us?
Or Coldstream Guard coming in. The Panzer IV H is still holding up here. It's lost a lot of its stuff though. The exhaust is damaged and it's very damaged, and it's overall just very damaged. Looks like it's just holding on at the moment at least. Major's ready to move out again. We just squat behind the Panzer IV now. Here comes the assault team. Spearheading a Tiger. They're out in the open road though with no cover. You want to be at the sides of the road in all honesty. Like if there was a machine gun here, that would be a big problem, but there isn't. They're still taking losses though. Only one rocket hit. Oh, that's bad. Germans are going for the kill, I think. No need to fight a Sturmtiger there in all honesty. And they aren't, they're good to see. They're waiting for an actual target. Double Tiger and a Storm Tiger. This is a very potent force to assault with. Artillery called in by the Major here. It's like a naval barrage, okay. The Royal Navy is firing in the distance. That's no way to see RAF again, my bad. Mobilizing one Tiger. Oh, killing the Major and a lot of stuff with the Storm Tiger there. The Tiger is just pushing forwards. I suppose it is really just going in for the kill now. Might get shut down here if it's not too careful. Ooh, well, I did not do that much to the Tiger. But it is stuck there and immobilized. Direct fire from the sexton. And land match is firing back here. Another Tiger's, the other Tiger's been immobilized. Come bombing out. Didn't do any damage. Thermos grenade. And that's actually not a thermos grenade, that's something else. Didn't do anything. They need something to do with these Tigers. I wonder what it's going to do to take them out. Because they can take out 2 Tigers in rapid succession, that would be a very big thing. The humans need to get repairs on them immediately. I guess the healthy Tiger will just serve as distraction for now. It's just those as tracks really, that's the only problem, or one track anyway. I don't think the British can make a comeback here. The Germans have done a really good job.
Trying to take one of our points.
That's kind of the problem with Commando, it kind of loses its firepower late game. Because you don't really get that many good vehicle
We're
options.
losing a capture point.
Coldstream Guard are trying to fight back here. This Tiger is operational again, they can now focus on repairing the other one. Smoking out from the boat's grenadiers to buy them time. The Tiger is ready to continue its march. Explosives being loaded on the Coldstream. That's a Coldstream. Firefly coming in from the flank here. Storm Tiger is pushing to intercept though. That match is firing. Good shot on the side of the Tiger. And a good shot, but the Firefly didn't survive. Tiger is still operational.
German Firefly lost in battle.
That's for Jay moving up to help. Not looking too good here. Definitely looks like the Germans are going to be able to win this soon if they can just keep their Tigers operational here. They made a big spearhead into the British line, so it's almost done, I think. British have slowly secured the town, though, with this captured Panzer IV. This captured Panzer IV from the French has done a lot of work. What a guess. The Sturmtiger is just still spearheading here. Using it as like an assault weapon, that's kind of what you're supposed to do with it. Drive close to the front and then fire. It's not actually as much an artillery piece as people might think. It's actually an assault weapon. It's actually meant to drive up towards bunkers and then shoot directly at them. Or just fortified positions in general. Stormtroopers might be able to get the... Ah, they didn't get the mine off. Panzer IV went down, I think? Looks like it. Ah, because the other Tiger probably went north to deal with it. No, wait, it's there. Oh, it doesn't show up on the minimap? Oh, that's what it was unique about it. It doesn't show up on the minimap. Okay. Guess that kind of makes sense. You're kind of meant to be like very stealthy if you're playing as Commando and such. Cool. Might have one Tiger shot though. That's impressive. Panzer IV down thanks to the Firefly. We also have a Panzer F1 command tank for Sturm, which fires only high explosives if you're playing a Sturm. It's really good for dealing with infantry, by the way. Major is all alone here trying to fight with his retinue. That's not gonna work. Not gonna work at all. Or Coldstream commands the field, but I just think it's too late at this point. The Germans can push in if they can just keep their Tigers ready all the time. The Panzer IV is trying to flee. Germans are securing the town again.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it. Supplies looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
Definitely not looking that well for the British at all. Nope. Oh, sorry. At this point, I think the British could really just surrender because this battle is definitely in the Germans' hands. Like the double Tigers, that's a really lethal combination alongside the Sturmtiger at that. That's what the British are still getting stuff. But they're trying to. Commander player isn't though. I think they might have given up. Hard to say. I guess the French resistance didn't really pay out as they would have thought they would. French resistance is really just not combat infantry. They might need to rework, in my own opinion, to be more stealth-oriented. I generally think partisan units should be very stealth-oriented. That's not a position I want to be for those Panzer Grenadiers, by the way. That's some munitions cache blowing off right in your face. All Stormtroopers going for the Fireflies. They got a mine on one of them. That's one. And... oh, they didn't get it off. It's very hard to get this thing off, by the way. I personally think the range should be a little bit longer, perhaps. So it's actually usable. Because the enemy tank has to stand still, really. And boom. It does insta-kill a tank, though, generally. Yeah, now the Germans are going for the base, and the British surrender at this point. Hope you all enjoyed this very intense match. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye-bye!